Well, Dr. Anwar is a physician, and he's a husband, and he's a father, and he's a humanitarian. He cares about all people, regardless of their race or their religion or their ethnicity. Dr. Anwar is a friend, and he's the kind of person who you want to be around. And the reason is because his moral compass is pointed in the right direction. And you kind of hope that some of that will rub off on you if you hang around him long enough. It's been an honor to serve with Saud on this town council for the last 2 years, and it will be an honor to serve with him for the next 2 years. And I hereby nominate Dr. Saud Anwar as mayor of the town of South Windsor.
Second.
Are there any further nominations? All in favor signify by saying aye. Aye. Opposed? I now pronounce Dr. Saud Anwar the next mayor of the town of South Windsor.
I wanted to say a few things. So good evening, everyone. I'm truly honored to be here in front of you as the mayor of our beautiful town. I want to thank the voters and my fellow council members for your trust, and I will do my best to fulfill your expectations and represent all of our residents. I especially want to thank the understanding and always loving members of my family, my wife, Yusra. She's an inspiration and a role model for me. She's always patient and supports whatever I need to do. My sons, Taha and Tahsin, are actually the reason I strive to make the world a better place. I'm unconditionally proud of the independent thinkers these fine young men have become. I might add that the members of my family make me better by challenging my decisions and making me think. And you think the town council meetings are tough. Tonight I would like to remember my father. Although he passed, he lives in my heart. And I want to appreciate my mother, who's here this evening. It was she and my father who instilled the values by which I live to this day. And finally, I would like to acknowledge my mother and father-in-law who are here tonight. Thank you for Yusra. As South Windsor's new mayor, I have tried to learn from my distinguished predecessors. I personally know and have interacted and learned directly from 9 previous mayors who have served many terms in many cases. That's a lot of learning. And they are a tough act to follow. In particular, our Mayor Delnicki, who is a friend but also a model for me for openness and impartiality. As I had stated at the last town council meeting, I have learned a great deal from Deputy Mayor Bazzano, Councillor McCann, and Councillor Bolio. I want to thank them for their services, and I think we should take a moment to applaud them for that. We will miss them on the council, but I know that they will remain active volunteers for our community and continue to make South Windsor better. I'm pleased to have the returning council members, Deputy Mayor Havens, Councillor Yegeloff, and Councillor Pragg, who is part of my daily prayers and our prayers, Councillor Delnicki, and I have to get used to calling him Councillor Delnicki, and Councillor Schneider, as members of our team. That's right, it's our team, because we all have a shared goal. While we may differ on some things with respect to how to reach the goal, but we are all with a unified goal of making our town better and the life of all of our community members better. And I want to welcome our new high-quality individuals to the council, including Councillor Wagner, who actually had a prior engagement and could not change that. This engagement was made many, many months before he even knew he was going to run for this position. But we are very excited that he is going to be serving our community. And Councillor Pendleton, who actually has served in the town council before, and Councillor Streeter Myrick. And you're part of our team, and knowing each and every one of you and the qualities that are there in this council, we have the right people, right chemistry, and I'm very excited. Ms. Roseanne Williams, who too has served as a town council member in the past, who would have been an excellent councillor, but she will be serving our town in other capacities. As a physician who deals with critically ill patients, when I go in the intensive care unit and I'm taking care of a patient, I look at the various different organs of that patient, the organ systems, and we try and identify ways of maximizing and improving the health of each and every organ system. Only by all the organs working collaboratively together, there is a healthy outcome. Our town is also one body, and this body has multiple different parts, different departments, different components. And in order for our town to remain healthy, we need to make sure that each and every one of those departments has a balance, has health, and there is a way to measure and have a mechanism to make sure that we keep everyone healthy in a balanced, appropriate manner. We are at an important crossroads for our town. There is an acute need to have a balance between the town's infrastructure needs while managing expenses and stabilizing taxes. We need to increase the investment in our town by a healthy increase in industry and attract new businesses. Becoming even more business-friendly is amongst our goals and my goal. I represent all the residents of South Windsor, not just one group or one party, but each one of us here, and I included, we represent each and every one of you. In the last 3 years, I have had regular office hours, and having an office hour where you have the opportunity to sit one-to-one with town community members to hear their concerns and then be able to understand in more depth their challenges has been very useful for me to be able to make my decisions, my views, and trying to identify best ways of solving some of those problems. In order to try and make sure that I'm able to continue to do the same, I'm hoping to double my office hours, and I already have made a schedule. I will be available essentially every 2 weeks to town community members for any of their concerns and issues. And we will let you know how you can make appointments and be able to meet me. Access, transparency, fairness, and a collective vision is what I pledge. Let me conclude by reiterating my deep appreciation to the voters of South Windsor for their support. Thank you. And there's a tradition that the new mayor hosts a reception following the ceremony. And after our meeting tonight, I wanted to invite all of the people over here and the ones who are maybe watching at home to come to Resham Restaurant at 577 John Fitch Boulevard here in South Windsor. I also want to mention that there are about over 200 people in our community who are regularly using our food and fuel bank. As a part of my share and responsibility, I contributed to the food bank today for a part of the party that I want to have with families who are using our fuel bank. I've also requested our town manager to be helping me with the mayor's stipend would be transferred directly to the food and fuel bank. And I wanted to what makes our town beautiful and special are the people here. You are what makes us beautiful and an amazing place to live in and raise your family. And you are the inspiration for all of us. If we do anything that is different from the vision that you collectively feel, I'm accessible. I'm sure my fellow council members are accessible. You have an opportunity, you will have opportunity to help us remain focused on the priorities and do the best that we can. And then that's the opportunity that I'm requesting that people try and participate in the meetings, keep us in check, and then make sure that we perform and do the best that we are capable of. Again, thank you so much for being here tonight with me. Thank you.